2016 me is screaming on the inside. I can't believe I just received a PR package from the Anastasia Beverly Hills. We're gonna try out the goodies and give a little review. This is the new Impeccable Setting Spray as well as their foundation, the Magic Touch concealers, which I'm actually most excited for in this entire box, and their loose powder. But of course, y'all know, despite the PR package, I'm still gonna be giving an honest review. In fact, personally never planned on buying the new foundation just because the shade range is literally trash. For me to have a shade, I would actually have to buy these two. It's a hefty penny. Actually really grateful that they sent me two that I can mix for a perfect shade. That is not what we should be doing, especially in 2025. Come on now. But I'm really hoping that they extend the shade range, even though they should have in the first place. But this is what the lightest shade and the next shade looks like. Give them a little half point because the packaging is stunning. So let's get into our little concoction of 00M. This is the lightest shade swatched. Next up for 0CR. I'm not saying anything because we have shades, but that's a crazy jump, especially leaning more towards the medium and dark. If you don't know, I work at Ulta, so I'm constantly shade matching in a lot of different brands. This new foundation is one of the hardest to shade match, but I will say if you have a shade, it's a perfect shade, but it's not enough, baby. As for my dry textured skin, primer combo is NYX Face Glue and One Size Blurring Primer. She's definitely thick. Let's warm her up a bit. This is supposed to give a blurring, soft matte second skin, weightless, moisturizing, and hydrating, natural, long-lasting, non-drying, non-settling foundation. And since it still has a little bit of a drying property, we are gonna have to work just a little bit faster. So far, it's sitting really pretty on the skin. You can definitely see a glow, but it's still gonna give that dry down. And I do think the shades oxidize a little bit, which is pretty normal for a foundation. And now it's time to move on to the concealer. First, I'm using shade 2. The only thing I will say about the foundation so far is I don't know if the hydrating and moisturizing part is in the room with us, because I did a really good skin prep and my mouth and chin is just looking a little dry, and it's already starting to settle in my smile lines. Now for the concealer, which I'm so excited to see how this goes because everyone raves about this and describes it as a super full coverage, which I'm definitely getting. My camera won't even focus, actually. Since I am just feeling a little dry, I really just have to add the Milk Hydro Grip Spray. It's so hydrating. The makeup is almost done, but we have one more thing to try. I didn't try the powder because the Hourglass powder is my favorite. I know how it works. Now it's time to try out their Impeccable Setting Spray. Okay, cute mist and cute packaging. This is supposed to give blurring, soft matte, skin-like, lightweight, mattifying, long-lasting, non-drying, refreshing, non-settling, translucent.
What?
Translucent. Do smell a slight alcohol scent. Alcohol is in the second ingredient. Me being dry skin, I always opt for alcohol-free setting sprays. How do you have non-drying claim with alcohol being the second ingredient, Miss Ma'am? Let's get into this wear test. Check in. I've had this face on for about 3.5 hours now, and this is what we're looking like. First of all, for using a blurring primer and powder from One Size, the pores, baby, they're visible. Also, I just do not like the way it is sitting on my skin, especially in this area. I literally look like a crocodile, but let's finish the wear test. Finally, 6 hours later, this is what the skin is looking like. I like that the makeup is still intact, but I am not liking the way my skin is looking, though. As for the concealer, I don't think it looks terrible. I am having a little bit of creasing. Again, these are always my first impressions. I definitely will be trying these out again. So far, sadly, I'm really not into the foundation. I'm more into the concealer. Let me know what you guys think. Have you tried the new Anastasia foundation? Do you love or hate it?